Someone asked when emojis soon. So we actually had emojis and GIFs on the UI, but we had to remove them because they were causing a lot of app errors. They were incompatible with some of the stuff we were building. So we removed them temporarily and we got to rewrite them. So they will be back in the Sooniverse. When auto refresh? Actually, we're working on that right now. So I would say very soon. You're gonna see that very soon. Probably this week, if I had to guess, but I always say that, you never know. When tap top bar to auto scroll to the top. Yeah, we actually had that. I don't know if you guys remember. It was there for like less than a day. It was there for probably an hour or two. But we had to remove it because it was causing app errors. So we removed it, put it back on the drawing board. But that will get rolled out with the auto refresh update. So once we have that stuff rewritten, it will go live at the same time. Nifty also asked, is there any progress on fixing image uploads when using Hive Signer? Yeah, so we actually had an issue where when you were logged in with Hive Signer, Hive Keychain, Hive Signer, Keychain Mobile, or the Leo auth, which is direct with your posting key, those three methods, you couldn't upload images. So a lot of people have that issue where they're on mobile and they might be using one of those login methods and they haven't been able to upload images. We fixed it for the Leo auth and for the Keychain mobile app. The last one to fix is Hive Signer. We run into some issues with that, but I am hoping to have that fixed really soon. So there is progress, and hopefully the update will be rolled out very shortly. When can we expect a new and big update on the Leo Finance website? Example: posting and publish interface, settings, etc. You must have missed the update last week where we updated the posting and publish interface. So that got updated last week. The long form content, I kind of jumped into that a little bit earlier in the show, but there's a huge update coming for long form in general. But that publishing UI already got a big update. And we're going to send a bug fix out sometime this week for what the cat described, the text wraparound in the publish UI. I'm going to push the devs to get a fix out for that. Is Cal even going to look in threads and read what is here, or is he going to show how he loves him some Web 2 and follow Discord? No, I'm reading these threads right now. Taskmaster. When we deleted
Threadmaster getting feisty.
He's getting feisty in there.
Listen, Threadmaster, I love my Web 2.0, and you do too. Don't front because you're all over threads like you've moved into the future. You're an old dog like me. You know you love your Web 2.
Jats asks, when we delete a duplicate message, does it delete both messages or the duplicate only? It seems both disappear. I'm not sure what you mean by a duplicate message. If you mean that you're posting two threads and you delete one of them, it will only delete the one that you deleted because they're each different entries on the blockchain. But I'm not sure what you mean by duplicate messages. I haven't seen any duplicates.
I like what Time Traveler said. Can you hold Leo to 5 cents? I need to buy, but no one is selling. Well, I will say this, Time Travelers. A, I don't think the Leo price can be held at 5 cents. And B, it's not surprising that no one's selling. I'll tell you what, when Leo gets to 20 cents, I will sell you some. I'm so nice.
The cat is a seller. The cat is a seller.
I will sell you some at 20 cents.
He's a fudster. 20 cents is fun.
It's 20 cents will be a discount by the end of the year.
Yeah, obviously no one can hold the Leo price, but I know it's kind of a half joke, but we have kind of seen that there aren't any sellers, and the recent changes on May 1st. It's crazy that there's only been a month. I feel like a whole year has happened in the month of May in terms of development.
Strong.
Strong together. I feel like a whole year has happened in the month of May, and we, not only did we launch the new UI, and we've had literally an update every single day to the UI in terms of bug fixes and features and all sorts of stuff. But the new tokenomics went live on May 1st. That we kind of slid that in there, which is that the bounties fund is over in terms of inflation, and now it actually buys back Leo every day to distribute to delegators. So it's buying back about 10,000 Leo a day, and you can really see the impact of not having any sellers of Leo, because when it's buying back, the Leo price has gone from 3 cents to 5 cents just because there's no buyers. So I mean, it has to buy from all the different pools. It's putting orders on Leo decks. So some people have been tracking how the bid orders have really stacked up on Leo Dex, and the price of Leo has really started to gain on the price of Hive. So, I think, where were we? At May 1st, we were at 0.08 Leo or 0.08 Hive per one Leo. And now we're at 0.145. So almost a 2x in the Leo Hive ratio, which is pretty interesting to see. I think a lot of people are expecting that we'll see a 1-to-1 ratio in a not too distant Sooniverse, which would put Leo at about 35 cents. If it continues like this, where the bounties fund is buying from an illiquid market and there's nobody that really wants to sell at these prices, then it becomes pretty obvious what happens to the price. And then obviously that ad smart contract, if it theoretically might possibly in the Sooniverse go live in the next 2 weeks, that could have some interesting impacts. I was purposefully vague with that, by the way. Ability to copy thread links without the old format is good. Hope that can happen with long form also. Yeah, we've done a lot of updates with links and compatibility and stuff. So hopefully you see the impact of that. Deep research said, I managed to view ads on threads. I keep it open 24 hours a day. Well, sir, you are contributing to our growing ad revenue. So thank you. Right click and open threads in a new tab would be great from Taskmaster, and Tokenized Society seconded this motion. I actually saw that earlier and I added it to our board for updates. So you will probably see that updated in the Sooniverse.
The Red Master just going after you today.
He is. He really is. He's not pulling his punches. Looking forward to
Did you
see
see
first.
in Discord, Finguru talked about apparently there's a Web3 Shark Tank. Web3
I
Shark
didn't
Tank
see
is
that.
streaming soon.
Interesting.
I don't know. I tagged a Nomad Soul on it. I was like, is Leo Finance planning to pitch on killer whales? It's a Shark Tank of Web3. We can also apply to get a wildcard entry. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, might be good for
I'm
exposure.
more curious about though, what's the point of it? Because with Shark Tank, it's about raising money and or selling a piece of your company, and with decentralized applications, those things kind of sort of don't really make much sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see how
to
that shakes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that post out and just dig in a little bit after the show. It'd be interesting to see what that show's about. It's a good idea, for whoever's doing it, but obviously exposure for the win, because that's the reality with all those Shark Tank. Even the people that don't make deals end up making a crap ton of money because it's just
Right.
well, you just had millions and millions of people see about your product.
Yeah, a lot of people just go on Shark Tank for the exposure. So
100%.
they don't even want to deal. But yeah, maybe a Nomad Soul will look into it, see if we can get some exposure. Obviously, we don't have the need for fundraising and stuff like that. So maybe an exposure play though. Anderson asked, looking forward to see that first ad revenue report. I think community will get really fired up about that. So the question is when. The answer is soon. When the ability to use the Leo token through the Hive Lightning app for it to easily be converted into Bitcoin and purchasable with Bitcoin. I have no idea. I honestly, I haven't really used the Hive Lightning app. I have heard that they have a lot of cool updates. I know Brian of London is the point man on that. So maybe Eric or someone in the community could reach out to him and see what that would entail to get the Leo token added to that. Obviously, there's the ERC20 version of Leo, which is Wrap Leo. You got the BEP20 on BSC, and then you've got the Polygon version of Leo. So, and then also obviously the Hive Engine version. But I assume Hive Engine wouldn't be supported on the Hive Lightning app. I don't know though. So yeah, maybe someone can get the details on that. Effing Guru said doesn't hurt to apply. Depot's applied too. Yeah, I mean, I'd be open to applying if on an exposure play, but in terms of raising capital, that's not really something that's feasible. I know other apps are more centralized and raise capital and maybe sell a percentage of their company or whatever. I don't know how they do that, but like Mitch was saying, I mean, with stuff that's more decentralized like Leo, where there's no real fund in terms of a team fund that I can sell in order to raise capital to do development. That's not really feasible for us or